So you think we need one more? You think we need one more? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley. I'm your host, PBO, and you're joining me on another edition of our Top 4 plus one more. What is that? What's our top list, folks? Here at Four Corners of the Galley, we like to do a lot of top lists. Top list of actors, directors, movies, music, future music, franchises, different things, whatever we come up with. Maybe even Taco Bell tacos. We'll figure it out. But this week, we got Disney live-action movies. That's right, folks. With the addition of Christopher Robin joining the box office, I decided to take a look back, and there are 9 of them, Disney reimagined live-action versions of their animated version. So, without further ado, let's kick it off into this list. All right, folks. In at number 4, I have Alice in Wonderland, 2010's Alice in Wonderland, directed by Mr. Tim Burton. That's right. We got Nia Wasikowski, I hope I got your name right, as Alice, Helen Beneath Carter as the Red Queen, and Anne Hathaway as the White Queen, and also we got Johnny Depp as the inexcusable Mad Hatter that we would just forget about. But this movie overall is great. Why? Because it's the vision of Tim Burton. And there's one director I absolutely love, and I love his vision and his artistic style. And there is no better world to mess with than with Tim Burton, than Alice in Wonderland. Why? Because it's a trippy road down a weird rabbit hole that takes you to a world controlled by cards and weird cats that smoke cigarettes and things of that nature. What a great addition that they brought to you by Tim Burton. I truly enjoyed this movie. It had some things about it that weren't that great, but I thought it was a fun live-action version of the classic tale that we've always seen. And with Helen Beneath Carter as the Red Queen and Anne Hathaway as the White Queen, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. All right. So now let's kick it over to number 3. And my number 3 movie in Disney live action is 101 Dalmatian, the 1996 live action version of the 101 Dalmatian, directed by Stephen Herc, starring Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil and Jeff Daniels. I don't know about you, but there are only a few roles in this world that were meant for someone, and Glenn Close and Cruella de Vil are like peanut butter and jelly. That's like saying, can we watch the original Aladdin cartoon and not have Robin Williams? No. That movie was built for Robin Williams. The same that Glenn Close was built for Cruella de Vil. She absolutely kills this movie. It is not overall the best live action, but her alone makes this movie watchable beyond belief. And that is why it is sitting at number 3 for me, because she kills this movie. And that's all that I need to say about this. It's okay. It's not a bad version of the 101 Dalmatians, but Glenn Close makes it everything you want it to be. It was so great, they gave her a second version they put on DVD straight to video, I think. So, all right, my wild card selection of the week is actually, it should be Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but I was voted out. They told me that's live action. It was made by Disney Touchstone back in the days, but that's okay. We're going to stick with it. We got Cinderella, folks. That's right. We got the classic retelling of Cinderella, directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring Lily James as Cinderella and Richard Madden as the Prince. Richard Madden as the Prince, the young wolf I'm fond of from Game of Thrones. I was great with this. This overall tale was not bad. I did enjoy the Cinderella tale. It was pretty good, but I'm not going to lie. The fun of Cinderella is the mice and all the little animated characters that Cinderella can talk to that no one else can. And I feel like the live action version, you miss out on a lot of that. So it's a great movie, but overall it's not that much fun because you don't have that fun going back with the cats and the mouse and the humor that really gives that heart to Cinderella. So yeah, it's fun, but it's not great. All right. Now we're kicking off to our number 2 movie of Disney live action. And let me just point up to this point. We have The Jungle Book. That's right, folks. The 2016 version of The Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau, starring Nali Saith as Mowgli and Bill Murray as Baloo. Wow. Wow, wow, wow is all I gotta say. Hello, Mr. Jon Favreau. That is why you have The Lion King coming out next year. He killed this movie. I mean, the minute you see these animals and the way it is framed, wow. Talk about gorgeous. I mean, that's the biggest thing I can say about this movie. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, they changed the story a little bit. I don't mind the changes, but overall, the story's a little tired. And it was good. I was entertained by it, but it wasn't the best of the animation stuff. It was very entertaining. And Bill Murray as Baloo brought his own little fun to it. They made The apes way more menacing this time, which I like. And I do like the added on human element because everybody else in this movie are animals and mocap, and Mowgli's the only human you see the whole time. So, there you go. Alright, and now let's move on to our number one movie in Disney live action up to this point. And I'm going with 2017's Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. That's right, folks. Directed by Billy Cunningham, starring Miss Emma Watson as Belle, Dan Stevens as Beast, and the mighty and great Luke Evans as Gaston. Man, last year's Beauty and the Beast is what Jungle Book was on top of that, because it has the story, the music, and then it has the amazing live action and mocap blended together, and wow, Disney hit it out of the park. Their biggest grossing live action to this point. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. Emma Watson kills it as Belle. Freaking Luke Evans steals the show as Gaston. I mean, talk about overall what a fun experience, what a good time, and you come out of there feeling like, wow, that's how a live action movie is supposed to look when you adapt it from animation. I could not be more happier from what happened. So there's my top 4 plus one more Disney live action up to this point, folks. Remember, next year alone, we got Dumbo, Aladdin, and Lion King all coming out next year. So you know this list is going to change. Here's a quick recap of what we got. At number 4, we got Alice in Wonderland. Number 3, 101 Dalmatians. The Wildcard should be Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it's Cinderella. Then we got the number 2, The Jungle Book, and number 1, Beauty and the Beast. Well, there you go, folks. There's my top 4 plus one more Disney live action movies up to this point. Until next time, good night, Ted.